Part 1. The Door Beyond Time. There is a moment in the soul's journey where everything stops, not because you've reached the end, but because you've stepped outside the illusion of time. That moment happened to me not in a temple, not in a monastery, not in a mountaintop cave, but in a dark, silent room where no one was watching. I had lost everything I thought I needed. I had no answers left to give, no prayers left to speak. And in that silence, I heard it, the hum of something ancient, alive, waiting. That was the moment I crossed over. That was where I first glimpsed what the elite 1%, the truly awakened ones, have always known, but never taught. This secret, this quantum cure, is not sold. It's not broadcasted, not written in any book. It is passed in silence, in presence, in vibration. You don't find it because you're seeking it. You find it because you stop pretending you don't already have it. That's what the chosen ones understand. They don't chase healing. They remember wholeness. And the moment you stop identifying with the wound, the cure reveals itself not as something to be obtained, but as something to be revealed. We've been conditioned to believe that healing is a journey, that it takes time, that it requires steps and methods and endless inner work. But what if that's just the long road designed to keep you circling the same mountain? What if the real healing, the quantum healing, is instant? Not because the body changes in a flash, but because you do. Because the moment your perception shifts, the field must follow. That's not spirituality. That's quantum law. And those who truly understand this live outside the loop of suffering.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound insights.
The elite 1%, the chosen ones, don't operate from the program. They don't identify with the matrix. They use it, yes, they interact with it, but they never confuse it for reality. They've unlocked something deeper, a direct channel to the field of all potential. They've learned how to speak the language of pure frequency, not through words, but through state, through coherence, through alignment. And when they speak to the field from that place, the field listens, because the field is them. So here's the first truth of the quantum cure. The field does not respond to your words. It does not respond to your effort. It responds to your being. And if your being is aligned with the frequency of healing, wholeness, abundance, the field has no choice but to reflect it. It's not personal. It's not moral. It's mechanical. The mirror doesn't judge the reflection, it simply follows the command of your vibration. You've been taught to say affirmations, to visualize, to meditate, and those are beautiful tools. But they are only tools. They are not the source. The source is you. The chosen ones know this. They don't get lost in the rituals. They use them to tune in not to something outside, but to something within. Because the cure is not coming. The cure is already here. And it lives in the frequency of full remembrance. Let me ask you something that may change you forever. Who are you when the story falls away? When the trauma no longer defines you? When the mind finally goes quiet, and all that's left is breath, presence now? That version of you, the one beneath the noise, is the key. That version of you is the one the field recognizes. That version of you is the one who heals, who creates, who bends timelines. Not through force, but through alignment. So why don't we all live in that state? Why don't we all access the quantum cure? Because we've been programmed to believe in separation. We've been taught to worship the external. We've built religions around intermediaries when the divine has always lived within our own cells. We've created systems to manage suffering instead of dissolving it at the root. And the root is identity. The root is the belief that we are broken. The chosen ones are not chosen by fate. They are chosen by frequency. They are the ones who dared to believe the truth over the illusion, who dared to release the identity of the victim, who dared to stop asking for permission to be whole. They are the ones who remembered that the body is not the cause, it's the consequence. The body is the echo of the field, and when you shift the field, the body follows. This is why the quantum cure works so quickly. Not because it bypasses the body, but because it speaks to the source code. It doesn't treat the symptom. It rewrites the signal. And that signal is your emotion, your thought, your belief, your state. If your state is fear, the field reflects distortion. If your state is coherence, the field reflects order. So the only real disease is dissonance, and the only real cure is coherence. But coherence isn't about being calm all the time. It's about being true. It's about being fully present with what is, without resistance. It's about feeling the anger without becoming it. It's about holding grief without drowning in it. It's about letting every part of you be seen, felt, integrated not as flaws, but as frequencies. That's what creates coherence. And coherence is the frequency of healing. Now, here's something the elite understand clearly. The body is not linear. It does not operate in time. It operates in loops, in patterns, in resonance. Which means healing doesn't have to take years. It can happen in a moment of deep truth, a moment of complete presence, a single choice to shift your identity from the one who is sick to the one who is whole. That choice is the portal. That choice is the cure. You might ask, how do I make that choice when I've carried this pain for so long? And I would ask you, who would you be without the pain? Who would you be without the wound you've wrapped your identity around? Are you willing to let go of the story, even if you don't know what comes next? Are you willing to step into the mystery of wholeness, even if you've never known it before? This is the price of the quantum cure, not money, not effort, but identity. You must be willing to let go of who you think you are. You must be willing to die to the old self, not just metaphorically, but energetically. You must release the charge, the attachment, the frequency of limitation. And the moment you do, the field shifts, reality bends, the body recalibrates, because the signal has changed. This is not magic. This is mastery. And the masters don't wait for the evidence. They create it. They embody the frequency before the manifestation. They hold the vibration of healing before the symptoms disappear. They live from the timeline before they see it with their eyes. And because they do, the field has no choice but to align. So what does this look like in real life? It looks like waking up and choosing coherence. It looks like speaking to your body with reverence, even when it hurts. It looks like blessing the parts of you that still feel broken, knowing they are only echoes of the past. It looks like breathing deeply, fully, consciously, not to calm down, but to tune in. It looks like holding the vibration of the outcome, not because you're forcing it, but because you are it. And slowly or suddenly the shift happens. The pain lifts. The clarity returns, and the timelines rearrange. And you realize you didn't heal the wound. You remembered you were never wounded. You didn't overcome the illness. You released the identity that created it. That's the secret. That's the cure. That's the truth the elite 1% live by. That's the truth they've protected, not to keep it from you, but because most aren't ready to believe it. But you are. Part 2, the collapse of the lie. You are ready because something inside you has already begun to crack. A whisper has returned to your mind. There must be more than this. You've looked at the world, you've looked at your body, you've looked at your life and sensed the distortion. Things don't add up. The rules don't work. The healing they promise takes forever or doesn't arrive. And the deeper part of you, the part beyond logic, knows this is not how it's meant to be. That whisper is not a thought. It is a frequency. It is your future self calling you back into coherence. The lie is that you are separate from the quantum field. The lie is that healing takes time. The lie is that you must prove your worth, earn your health, deserve your abundance. But the elite, the ones who operate on the hidden frequency, don't live by those rules. They live by resonance, not reason. They live by vibration, not validation. They don't wait for science to catch up. They understand that matter follows mind, and mind follows soul. And when you align all three, reality reshapes itself as fast as you allow it. The quantum cure is not a technique. It's not a supplement. It's not a secret herb or a hidden device sold in dark corners of the internet. It's far more powerful than that, and far more terrifying for those who want to control you. Because it's free. It's within. It's for anyone bold enough to let go of the identity of the sick, the broken, the victim, the one who needs saving. The elite know that the moment you claim your wholeness, you become untouchable, uncontrollable, unlimited. That is the true danger of your awakening. So let's go deeper. You are not a body with a soul. You are a field of consciousness expressing through a temporary vessel. And this vessel, your body, is not a machine, it's a living antenna. It picks up frequencies and broadcasts them. Illness is not just dysfunction, it's misalignment. It's the body screaming a frequency you've been ignoring. It's your emotional field trying to speak in physical terms. And when you stop treating the symptom and start listening to the signal, you become your own healer. This is what the chosen ones understand. They don't suppress symptoms, they decode them. They don't fight disease, they shift resonance. They don't beg for healing, they become the frequency of health. They know that everything is energy, and energy follows intention. So they set the frequency first, and then the outer world must rearrange. That's why they don't panic. That's why they don't chase. Because they trust the field. They trust themselves. You've been taught to fear your own power, and to doubt your own knowing, to outsource your healing to systems that profit from your dependence. But the truth is, healing is your natural state. It is what happens when interference is removed. When the static of mental noise, emotional trauma, and energetic distortion is cleared, even for a moment, the body remembers. the soul rushes in. The coherence returns. And in that coherence, nothing diseased can survive. So why does it feel so hard to hold? Because we've built our identity around the interference. We've used the pain as proof of who we are. We've crafted stories so compelling that we forget they're just echoes. We've made the wound our home, and to leave the wound behind feels like death. But it's not. It's rebirth, and it begins with one terrifying, liberating question: who am I without my suffering? This question is the doorway. It is the quantum key. It shakes the foundation of your identity, not to destroy you, but to reveal you. Because the one who watches the suffering is not the same as the one who suffers. The one who observes the pain is already free. That awareness, that still, silent presence behind the chaos, is the part of you that can never be broken. And when you live from that place, the body begins to follow. Now let's talk about the breath. The elite use the breath not just to calm the nervous system, but to tune the frequency. They know that breath is the bridge between the seen and the unseen, between matter and energy, between time and timelessness. Every conscious breath is a quantum command. It says, I choose presence. I choose coherence. I choose to override the program. And when you breathe with full awareness, you are sending instructions to the field. You are programming your biology. You are opening the portal. But the breath must be paired with belief, not surface belief, not mental repetition, but embodied knowing. You must believe not in your future healing, but in your present wholeness. You must feel it before you see it. You must walk as the healed before the body catches up. That is the secret the 1% live by. They don't wait. They become. And the field responds. So I ask you, what frequency are you living in right now? Not what are you saying? Not what are you thinking? What are you broadcasting? Because your frequency never lies. It is the truth beneath the words, the signal beneath the story. And if you want to shift your life, you must shift your signal. You must become ruthlessly honest about what you're holding in your field. This is not about pretending to be positive. This is not about bypassing pain. This is about radical integrity, radical awareness, radical responsibility. It's about knowing that even your shadows are frequencies, and they don't need to be fixed, they need to be felt. Because once felt fully, they dissolve. They return to light. And in that moment, your field becomes clear. And in that clarity, the cure arrives not as a miracle, but as a match. You see, the universe is not testing you. It's tuning you. Every delay, every discomfort, every disease is a signal, an invitation to return to coherence. And the moment you accept that invitation, the field begins to shift. Not because you earned it, not because you deserved it, but because you matched it, because you stopped chasing and started being. The elite don't wait for permission. They don't ask if it's possible. They decide. And that decision of full body, full soul, no turning back decision is the quantum jump. It's not a hope. It's not a wish. It's a frequency lock. And once locked in, the field has no choice but to comply. So how do you lock in? You commit to coherence. You regulate your breath. You clean your thoughts. You feel your emotions without judgment. You speak only what aligns. You act only from truth. And you do this not to get something, but because it is who you are. That is the shift. That is the cure. That is the holy fire the elite walk through and emerge untouched. You can do this now, not in theory, in practice. Right now, breathe. Feel your body. Notice where you've been holding distortion. Not with shame, just awareness. Now ask yourself, what would it feel like to be whole right now? Not what would it look like, not what would need to change, just the feeling. The frequency, the vibration. Hold that for 5 seconds. 10. Breathe into it. And you've just taken the first step into the cure. This is not fantasy. This is physics. This is frequency science. This is the hidden knowledge behind every ancient system of healing, every sacred text, every true miracle. And the elite know it. They've always known it. That's why they seem untouchable, because they are. They've left the game of reaction and entered the realm of creation. And that realm is open to you. Part 3, becoming the signal. By now, something inside you is no longer just listening, it's remembering. Not remembering through the mind, but through the field. Through the subtle shifts in your breath, your posture, your attention. You're realizing that this isn't just a teaching, it's a transmission. The quantum cure isn't something you apply like a formula. It's something you become. And the moment you become it, the field cannot resist reflecting it back to you. This is what the elite 1% know with absolute certainty. Reality is programmable, and you are the programmer. But the programming language is not English or math or logic. It's vibration. It's emotion. It's embodiment. If your thoughts, emotions, and actions are aligned with the frequency of wholeness, then reality has no choice. It must organize itself around your signal. This is not arrogance. It's not wishful thinking. It's quantum law. So let's go even deeper now. Let's talk about the architecture of your field. You are constantly broadcasting a signal whether you're aware of it or not. That signal is composed of layers: your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotional state, your nervous system, your intention, your presence. Each one is a frequency strand, and when they align, they form a coherent field. That field is not passive, it's magnetic. It pulls in experiences, people, and outcomes that are a vibrational match. The elite don't just align their energy once a day. They live in coherence. They pay attention to every detail of their field. Their breath is intentional. Their thoughts are clean. Their environments are curated. Their relationships are frequency-based. They don't tolerate energy leaks. They don't sacrifice alignment for approval. They don't explain their vibration, they protect it. Because they know it's the most valuable currency in the universe. And here's the truth that will either set you free or scare you. You are always manifesting. Even when you think you're stuck, even when you feel lost, even when you're in pain, you are always sending a signal, and the field is always responding. So the question isn't, why isn't it working? The question is, what am I broadcasting? Because the field doesn't respond to your desires. It responds to your dominant frequency. You might say, but I've been visualizing, I've been meditating, I've been doing the work. And I would ask, have you been being the work? Because the field doesn't respond to what you do once. It responds to what you are consistently. It doesn't care about your rituals. It cares about your resonance. And your resonance is shaped by what you tolerate, what you believe, and what you choose in your most unguarded moments. So what is the cure? It's not an external solution. It's the internal shift from identification with the wounded self to embodiment of the whole self. It's the shift from victimhood to vibrational authority. It's the shift from hoping life will heal you to knowing that you are the healer, not in theory, in state, in energy, or in action. Let me ask you something that may change the way you live forever. If you fully believed you were already healed, already whole, already aligned, how would you move? How would you breathe? What would you say no to? What would you say yes to? Who would you let go of? What would you stop explaining, defending, postponing? These are not small questions. They are energetic commands. The moment you answer them with your life, not just your words, you initiate the quantum cure. You collapse the old timeline. You collapse the identity that kept you sick, stuck, small. And you step into the frequency that creates worlds, not someday. Now, the elite understand that time is not linear, it's optional. You can live in delay, or you can live in decision. They choose decision. They collapse time by acting from the energy of the outcome, not the absence of it. They don't wait to feel worthy. They declare their worth through their alignment. They don't seek permission from the world. They give permission to themselves. And the field responds not because they forced it, but because they matched it. This is where most people hesitate. They want proof before they commit. But the field doesn't respond to hesitation. It responds to conviction. The chosen ones are not fearless. They're simply more loyal to their frequency than their fear. They feel the fear. They see it. They love it, but they don't live from it. They live from their knowing, and that knowing becomes their reality. So how do you embody this? How do you become the frequency of the cure? You start by becoming exquisitely self-aware. You track your thoughts, your emotions, your posture, your language, not with judgment, but with curiosity. You ask, is this a match to the frequency I want to live in? If not, you shift. Not later. Not next week. Now. Because each moment is a portal. And the future is not something you walk into, it's something you tune into. You stop outsourcing your power. You stop waiting for the next technique, the next teacher, the next breakthrough. You become the breakthrough. You become the teacher. You become the vibration that teaches the field how to respond. And when you do, the old patterns lose their grip. The pain no longer defines you. The symptoms begin to dissolve not because you fought them, but because you no longer needed them to teach you. You see, all disease is a message. It's a frequency your body is broadcasting to wake you up. But once you receive the message, you don't need the messenger. Once you integrate the lesson, the experience can dissolve. The chosen ones don't fight their symptoms. They listen to them. And when they've received the wisdom, they release the frequency that created them. That's the alchemy. That's the cure. It's not dramatic. It's not loud. It's subtle. It's cellular. It's a quiet decision to no longer carry what isn't yours. A quiet decision to stop rehearsing the timeline that hurts. A quiet decision to tell the truth with your energy, even when no one is watching. That's how you become the signal. That's how you activate the field. That's how you live as the chosen. And here's the final truth. You were always chosen, not by some external hierarchy, by you. You chose this life. You chose this moment. You chose to wake up now. And now that you remember, there's no going back. You can't unsee it. You can't unknow it. You can only live it or resist it. But the field is waiting. The body is listening. The timeline is open. So choose. Choose with your breath. Choose with your attention. Choose with your vibration. Not once, not someday, now. Live as the one who knows. Walk as the one who is whole. Breathe as the one who is free. And let the quantum cure unfold, not as a miracle, but as a reflection of who you've always been. You are not healing. You are revealing. You are not broken. You are becoming. And the secret was never hidden. It was only waiting for you to believe it. And now you do.